And the greater truth would be the positioning of people of color, women of color, in key positions, while others would be left behind. Meanwhile, those that control, whoever they are, the system of white supremacy, these are not forces of intelligence that are stupid. They know what they're doing when they put a black face on TV and tell white people, you are being replaced. They know what they're doing when they own the world media. They know what they're doing when they bomb people back to the Stone Age and take a certain amount and inject them into your community. As they say through their loudspeaker, we care about these people. Oh, we're protecting these people. As they use their networks, as they push you into economic collapse, as they lie to you and say, we prefer these people over you. We prefer these people over you. They would do that to drive people to radicalization. And the left-wing media would be complicit to call out this conspiracy. They, in fact, would be a part of the conspiracy. The so-called loving left would be an illusion. It would be an illusion that there's a loving left. There is no left. There is no right. There's the fallen people of your world today that are allowing the systems of white supremacy to even use anti-themism to provide some sort of a illusion that the people of color are moving up in this hell. Because that's where you are. And that's the only place this is hell. Or we are told there is no future for us. A future where they don't want us anywhere. The people that don't fit in, the people that aren't pure. And even if we would come trying to help them, we would be held back by their algorithms and systems, while those people that claim to be victims would be the biggest speakers on YouTube, while those people that claim to be victims would be the biggest speakers on YouTube. In this fallen world, where up is down and down is up, you see the evidence of a backwards mathematical equation to where the physics have been raped. It's as if this world is an aborted world that is barely breathing at this point. We are barely breathing. We are barely existing. We are now becoming machines in this hell. In this world where down is up is down, we would be told by beautiful people in beautiful clothing that we are now ascending. In this fallen world of hell, we would be told by people all around us that we are now shifting to the new age, the golden age. Things are going to be great again. How are things ever great in hell? How do we end up in a world where we worship hell and we worship the things of hell, of the material world and of the body? When is this ever going to change? Or are we in a world where things never change here, as long as we are here? Is it to change the way the prison operates, or our experience in prison, in our piddly lifetimes of God knows how many years we have left, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? Is it really all about how pretty our bed looks and our neighborhood and the color of the people in it in this remaining time in this fucking hell? Or are we more interested in getting out of prison? Because we're in prison and we're clearly not changing the dynamics, the vibrational frequency of the people within the prison. The people are dividing, and they're dividing even more, and they're thinking they're finding spirituality in this, when they're finding demons, as they look to the dark elements of Norse mythology, as they march, as they partake in their new dark holy grail, as they lift their sword of destruction and attempt to create this pure reality. They already have pockets in this nation where it's just them, where it's just them, where it's just them. And they have their rape. They have their domestic violence. They have their distrust. Hell, you have a white civil war right now where they hate each other viciously. Look at how the left wing and the right wing speak about each other. Look at the racial expression of the people fighting. Is it black versus white? Is it Muslim versus white? Is it Hispanic border people jumping over the out of the caravan with ninja weapons against the whites? No, it's whites versus whites. It's whites versus whites. It's whites versus whites. A superior IQ and a superior expression would not just break down into civil war hysteria. That is less than a superior expression of communication. To just say that if someone is labeled left, that they want to see you gang raped by Muslims, to degrade even your own kind in ways that some of us wouldn't even. Look at yourself in the mirror, man. Look at yourself in the mirror. Because it is only when people look at themselves in the mirror that they begin to heal. And they begin to free themselves from their own slavery. Or they want to add an ethnic word type of slavery or genocide before it. Or just identify the human genocide, the human oppression. Because it is when you identify with human over race that you be human. That you begin to take the steps to getting out of jail. They begin to take the steps out of getting out of prison. So many people are coming back to earth in the form of the demonized bloodlines. Perhaps immediately after you kill them. Perhaps immediately after you kill them. Perhaps immediately after you kill them, or you're silent about their death. Because if you're silent and you're rolling your eyes and you're propping up lies about elements of society moving forward while millions die, you're a part of it vibrationally. There is no difference. So pay attention now to even people like Eli. And the video I will show you from him and that spirit he is expressing, look at how his audience supports him and understands him in ways that elements won't understand me. Is it because it's me? Is it because it's Alex Ansary? Because when Eli speaks his truth, there are people listening to him. When we go with Eli and he shows us, without necessarily just coming out and saying it, he shows us that there are no American blacks that are males at Portland City Council. I have seen also in Colorado how they use people of color to gatekeep for institutions that will hire certain people as supervisors so they can continue their standard methodology. And there will be the political correct expression of who is the most oppressed. And there may be some people that are suppressed like black women, but they will then say, okay, we will fight your oppression by making you superior over your male counterpart, while they hire, and I'm not attacking foreigners or anyone from foreign African nations like Haiti, but they will show Eli to his face. They will hire a foreigner who is darker than Eli, and they will hire an African American woman also, but they won't show you someone like Eli, a black male from America, or more so Eli like me, also similar ages. We're also maybe born maybe at the same hospital, certainly same city, certainly same year. 1980 Portland, Oregon, biracial, both of us. There's something about people like me and him and our alienation from all the world's bloodlines. And white supremacy would take over the media early and create deceivers in the alternative media to say that we are the preferred class when that's a lie. They would create this lie as we would show you that we are isolated. I would show you that I am isolated. I would show you and I would direct you to me putting up a video of Nellie Fuller and not even getting 52 of your views and only 7 of your likes. Only 7 of your likes. You tell me in louder than words, you don't find my warnings to you relevant. You tell me in words Your silence louder than words. You don't see how my warnings are relevant to you. How they have taken elements from our society. They have radicalized them, baby, in order to create other radical elements around the world that'll later be sticked on you and your ass. And that of your children and your children's children. We incarnated into hell on earth. That's right. We incarnated into hell on earth. This is not heaven. And we now live in a day and age where they are preparing for World War III. And right before we have World War III, the forces of darkness within our nation want all the races segregated. And we're now seeing this nightmare unfold in our communities, from the most rural corner of Colorado to the most urban corner of New York City. We are now waking up that we are in hell. So there's no reason to try to hold on to this world. There's no reason to resist when death truly comes knocking. But we should never seek death before its arrival. We are now at the cusp of one world ending and another beginning anew. Do not fear these portals that are opening, for as these portals open and these demons show themselves, so does that light. As that portal opens, other forms of light are going to come streaming through that sun, and we are going to pull that sun and its energy into our body. We are not going to be afraid of the men that are going to be coming with torches in our direction. We will not be afraid. Because right now, the United States is one big collective holding up a torch. As the left gives cover to white supremacy by calling us conspiracy theories for questioning that event that got us in these wars. By questioning that event that got us in these wars. By questioning that event, 9/11, that got us in these wars and the genocide of the Afghan people. We have seen demons manifesting in our own nation as millions die. The second you speak out against those people being killed is the second you find yourself disowned by the people of this world, by the audiences of this world, by the YouTube algorithm of this world. When you make a stand against genocide, you will be disowned by the people of this world. So be it. A wise one is one that is not distracted by the demons of hell, rejecting it or rejecting one. This is a fallen world. This is not the only reality. This is a world in which they teach us to be afraid of death. This is a world in which they teach the elderly to give their last dollar to modern medicine that'll probably kill them faster. Everything about this world and the supposed superiority complex is backwards. It has to be corrected. That's what needs to be corrected. Not me as a small child being yelled at by the person that brought me in this world. It wasn't me. It was the world that needed to be corrected. The world needs to be corrected. It wasn't me, human, that brought me into this world through your womb. It wasn't me. It was the world that needed to be corrected. I was the one that needed to come through in order to tell the world, no, the world needs to be corrected. The world needs to be corrected. And I don't know where that correction is going to come from unless something so monumental interrupts the mind control, something so large interrupts your little live stream, interrupts your little AdSense. Unless something so large takes place, we're not going back to nature. We are going to accelerate into the gas chambers at a faster and a faster rate.